Hi, I'm Mary from Not Before 7, and I think I've gotten this Periscope thing down. So this will be my first official Periscope, and we're here at my home where I homeschool 4 children. They are in 7th grade, 5th grade, 3rd grade, and 1st grade. And the other day, I got introduced to Periscope through Julie at Brave Writer, and she had a great Periscope about an enchanted space and an enchanted education. And she talked a lot about your messy house. Hi, wow, I have somebody watching this. She talked a lot about your messy house and to think of it more as an enchanted space for your children instead of just a mess. My house is actually pretty clean today. That doesn't often happen, but we had to clean up for a group coming tomorrow, so I'll have to do this again on a day that's really messy. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a little tour of our enchanted space, and then you can probably feel better about the house you live in and how it's going there. Oh, a heart, my first heart. Here is our enchanted space. I actually have tried to decorate. You can see curtains in the window. That fan is a long story because I practically burned the house down last night. But this is my front room, and you'll see that we have absolutely no furniture. There are no sofas in here. This is supposed to be a sitting room. It's not a place where people sit very often. So over here we have our enchanted tools of enchantment, I should call them. We have fairy figurines that you can play with, and blocks, and all sorts of stuff shoved up on the shelf so that people can access it easily. The baskets were an attempt to try to make it look a little cleaner. Up on top of the piano, you can see Legos. Oh, and look, they're right here on top of a half-done puzzle. If you've never tried these talking jigsaw puzzles, I highly recommend them. You put together all the little rooms, and then you have to use the conversations that are going on in each room to actually put the puzzle together. And the only way to know if you're doing it right is then to look at the bottom, here you go, and see if the words are matching up that say congratulations. These are very cool puzzles, and one is going on, but months. It's been weeks since someone actually looked at the puzzle and was working on it, but I'm learning as part of my enchanted space to go ahead and just leave it out, and somebody will go ahead and get to it when they feel so inspired again. If you have boys in your house, and girls are into Legos too. It's just my girls have started to slowly grow out of their fascination with Legos. But if you have boys in your house, Legos have probably taken over the world. And that's why we just gave up on furniture in the front room. Instead of any furniture, we now have drawers of Legos. We have sorted them by color because Mom is a nutcase. So is Dad. It's actually Dad who came up with this. So we have sorted them by color, and on this side we have drawers where people can put completed pieces. Well, it looks like they're just shoving anything in here. But technically, it's supposed to be their completed pieces that they don't want destroyed and they want to be able to pull out and play with on another day. So plenty of drawers here. So instead of a coffee table, our enchanted space includes Lego drawers, and they sit in the middle of the room. You can pull up a chair or you can just stand there and play. And typically, when we have it cleaned, Legos are all over the floor, which is starting around here, but hasn't happened. One of my favorite enchanted space objects is my dining room table. I painted a really old, ugly, dark wood table and turned it into this fantastic teal turquoisey color with chalkboard paint on the top. You can see my son's reminder here to practice his piano today, because piano is new to us and we need to keep remembering to do it. So this is where we do school. This is where, I guess, the school magic happens, though I'm not sure the kids would always say magic. Over here, we've just gotten a fabric world map. I think this is great for enchanted learning because it can be pulled on the floor to play. You can do pretty much anything with it. And the last section of this enchanted space is just our school things, where we also keep a lot of creative items like snap circuits and laser mazes up here and things that just inspire us The very last room that I will show you is a mess. This is our art room. It's probably supposed to be a lovely office in most homes, but here it's the computer and art room, and just disasters happen here every day. So let's take a look. Here's where you probably would enter a really pretty office. Instead we have our table with the laptops out for Minecraft, and over here we have all the art objects in the world that you might want access to. And sometimes they're actually put back together, but that's very rare. We're starting to run out of space for things like duct tape, and they're just kind of stacking there. And on the other side, we're starting to stack up some more art projects. So this is just a room that is constantly in use. Stop thinking of it as a mess and start thinking of it as an enchanted space for my children to play in. So that was a little tour of the mess in our house today, and I hope more people show us what they're doing and how they're organizing their messes and learning to live with them. All right, thanks for joining, and this was a great first Periscope. I had a fun time. Oh, I guess I should ask if anybody has any questions or wants to see anything else in the house. All right.